Nixx podcast. Today I want to talk a little bit about what's going on with me. I not just had my cancer, which is gone now, but my ankle bone re-injured from last year, and it's very annoying. Now I have to wear the boot, and I'm immobilized pretty much. But it gives me the opportunity to watch many shows and films. And what have I watched lately? I just started on HBO watching The Righteous Gemstone. I've seen it around. I saw the the photo that's advertised for them. Like it looks like an old Rubens painting, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it, but I remember somebody telling me about it, and I started, and it is hilarious. The whole fact that they're making so much money with uh, with their preaching. It's a family. The father used to do it with his wife, and then they had kids. And they have two sons and one daughter, and they all participate in it. But life throws them curveballs as they're not who they are always, and they're not as good, and they mess up. I don't want to give it away, but I think it's funny and super entertaining. I really recommend watching this. Another show that looks like bringing out another season is Curb Your Enthusiasm. I can't wait for that. It'll be interesting where Larry David goes with his humor and comedy this time. What else have I been watching? I just watch reruns a lot. Sometimes I can't concentrate on a whole movie, so I watch reruns. Okay, I'm gonna admit I watched the show Young and Hungry because it plays in San Francisco. It's on Netflix, I believe. And then, because I'm immobile, I did this video a while ago. I just posted it. It's here. I'm going to show it to you. Hold on. There we go. I will try to follow it, which I'm not very good at. So let's see what comes about it. Let's start making the dough. Let's forward it a little bit. Here's what I'm making. This is my semolia. This you have to really, which is a good base for poppy seed cake for the actually poppy seed filling. Americans probably haven't really tasted this kind of cake. When I grew up, Germany was still divided, and my grandmother had 12 brothers and sisters, and during the war, some stayed in East Germany and some moved to the West. My grandma and my mother come from an area called Silesia, which is now Poland, because that part was lost to the war to Poland. And when I would go to East Germany, I would go to to one of my grandmother's sisters, Aunt Martha. And she was funny. She was a midwife during the war, and I think she got an Iron Cross or something because she gave birth to so many babies. Her and another wife of one of my grandma's sisters, Uncle Erich. Uncle Erich was also a character. He lost half of his leg beneath the knee with a bomb, and I think half of his foot. I've never seen the foot, but when we would visit there, he would clip off his foot and hide it in my bed. It was so. I would always say, Uncle Erich, can I have your wooden leg just for the hell of it? And he would say, no, Tanja, his wooden leg, it belonged to East Germany because everything in East Germany was government property. So it was really fun. He had a great sense of humor, and that's where the video I just released about the Tanja Nixx show with the poppy seed cake, that's where I always ate the poppy seed cake at those two households. My I called her Aunt Martha. Aunt Martha was feisty. She was super feisty. If we would party, I remember had a big, I think it was my grandma's birthday, and the older people were allowed to come over to East Germany, not the younger people, because they were in Germany before the war. So they would visit, and my Aunt Martha saw my aunt Marley's with this pink dress, and she's like, I have one of those on, and she's in the wheelchair. She pulls up her dress to show her pink slip underneath. We were like, oh my God. So let's just say when my family, especially the family from my mother's side, all the sisters and brothers got together, they were really funny. They would get a little tipsy, but they were really funny. My grandmother told me in the war times, they would all bring some kind of alcohol and put it together in a big bucket to make a cocktail, just to make it strong enough. So this poppy seed cake has just a thin crust, and it has a thick layer of poppy seed. Let me show you the video again. I'm going to fast forward with the video a little bit. Hold on, here. So this is, it's coming out of the oven. It's a little yellow here. I don't know why. But see, you can see the big poppy seed filling. Here's a little bit better. There. This one, I didn't put any crumbs on top of it. But the other one I did. I'm not very good with the crumbs. In Germany, they're called Streuselkuchen. So down the road, I will make more recipes online. I have to say, I'm not the great cook, but I'm creative. So I take recipes and I mix them up and have fun with them. It doesn't always turn out good, but if you don't try, especially if you're an artist, if you don't try something, knowing that it might fail, you're never gonna come to something good. So my lesson in life is try out things even if you might fail. I'm going to tell you one more story about this that reminds me of my cooking experiences. Like I said, I'm not a cook or a housewife or anything in this. I don't have this in me. But if I'm bored and have nothing to do, I do cook. So I was supposed to go to this big family gathering of my boyfriends. I thought I'd bring dessert. And I've known him for a little bit, and my boyfriend was always hesitant for me doing this because he was afraid I would embarrass myself. Again, as an artist, I can take embarrassment if it doesn't take out. So I made 2 banana cream pies. Never done it before. I made it the night before, and then I had to drive them to Watsonville. So they were probably jiggling around in my car. And I had them covered with aluminum foil. So I put them in the fridge over there in Watsonville. And then the evening came, we had a great dinner with nice food, lots of wine, and I was supposed to present my dessert. I got it out of the fridge, unveiled them for myself, and I saw that it had not set, so the banana cream was jiggling around. I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? We don't have any other dessert. We didn't bring anything, and they're all sitting there. It was probably like, I don't know, 20 people altogether, roughly. So I came up with this. I pulled out a big bowl and dumped both of the pies in there and poked around, broke it up, and preserved it. I served it as a crumble and put some whipping cream on the table. Now, this is how, actually, everybody liked it and ate it, taste-wise. Maybe they lied to me. Who cares? I ate it. I liked it. It's always a good thing about don't care what other people think of you. If you live your life like that, you'll never get anywhere. But I forgot my I was going to say something, but I forgot. But so I always like to experience that, like that. Sometimes society doesn't want us to experience. I remember I didn't get into art school because I experimented. In Germany, you had to submit a portfolio in order to get into the Hanover Art School. So I made my portfolio. I got rejected, and they had this option where you could go in and they would tell you why they rejected you. And what happened was that that I had mixed two medium. I used oil paint and watercolor on paper in one painting, and they told me, you can't do that. And I'm like, what do you mean you can't do that? If you're telling me I can't do this, then I don't want to go to your art school. I didn't end up going to art school. And ironically, I made a living pretty much most of my life, except the last 2 years, in art. So take this with you. I hope you have a great Saturday. I'm Tanja Nixx, and this is the Tanja Nixx Show. I have a YouTube channel. If you click on it and subscribe, that would be great. Thank you.